says he's a different person now, not the same young man who terrorized the entire Washington region for nearly a month.
I mean, I was a monster. If you look up the definition, I mean, that's what a monster is. I was a ghoul. I was a thief. I stole people's lives.
Lee Boyd Malvo, convicted in the D.C. area sniper case, says he's truly sorry for what happened. His exclusive interview with the Washington Post comes on the 10-year anniversary of the shooting spree that left 10 people in the Washington region dead over the course of about 3 weeks. Speaking from Red Onion State Prison in Virginia, where he's serving a life sentence, Malvo, who's now 27, tells the Post's Josh White what it was like to be under the control of his older partner in the killings, John Allen Muhammad.
And he told me the old person has to die. Lee Malvo has to die.
And he gives jarring descriptions of how they deliberately but randomly went about shooting their victims. It's the detail in Malvo's account that is often so haunting, like his description of what happened here in the parking lot of this Home Depot, when Malvo was the spotter and John Allen Muhammad shot Linda Franklin, who just happened to be at her car. Malvo describes how he gave the signal to shoot, how Muhammad, on a hill nearby, fired the kill shot, and how the image of Franklin's husband is the one that stands out for him.
The first one is Mr. Franklin's eyes. And what makes that, they're penetrating, but it is the worst sort of pain I have ever seen in my life. His eyes. It's the worst. Words do not possess the depth in which to fully convey that emotion. And what I felt when I saw it.
Retired FBI agent Brad Garrett, who questioned Malvo after his capture, says he's not surprised that Malvo is willing to pin much of the terror on Muhammad when he wasn't before.
The spell is gone. The whole idea that Muhammad was a good person or actually helped him in life has dissolved. And so now what he's doing is stepping forward. He's taking responsibility, but he's clearly putting Muhammad in the picture.
Muhammad was executed in 2009. Josh White, the Post reporter, couldn't get new pictures of Malvo. The prison allowed no cameras, writing utensils, or paper. White interviewed Malvo through plexiglass. Can you tell us what he looks like now?
You know, he looks similar to what he looked like before, though about 10 years older. He's kind of a slight guy. He's not particularly tall. He's not particularly heavy. His hair was very closely cut.
Paul LaRufa, one of the first people shot during the spree, says he forgives Malvo.
If I held the same hate today or that I felt in 2002 when he tried to kill me, I would have wasted or just damaged I would have let him damage the last 10 years of my life. And he hasn't.
One particularly chilling account from Malvo in the Post interview, he said during the shooting spree, he sometimes went to the news conferences held by law enforcement officials. Malvo said he went to those events for, quote, intelligence collection. Wolf, when those officials were speaking and telling us where they thought the killers may be, he was sometimes in the audience.
Yeah, I was sometimes at those news conferences myself. That is pretty chilling. But he does speak about one particular incident where he supposedly, Malvo, defied Muhammad. What happened?
That's right. Malvo says that at one point, John Muhammad told him he would have to kill a pregnant woman. Malvo says when the time came, he simply just didn't do it, and he later told Muhammad that the circumstances just weren't right for him to pull the trigger. That's the one time he drew the line. He couldn't kill a pregnant woman.
Malvo serving life in prison without the